It's the Dave Hud Show.
What's going on, Bruce?
What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. How you, man?
I'm good, man. Just here relaxing, watching The Intruder, watching a movie, The Intruder, man. It's the only time I really get the chance to chill out, man, and just relax, you know.
Right.
Hey, man.
I feel you, man. I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? Just figure I had some time on my hands. I figure I get to holler at you, man. We was talking earlier, chopping it up. And I said, man, we need to record some of this convo, man. But what you we was talking about lazy. Like why you just you just now got the time to watch some TV? Why is that, brother? You working all day?
I work all day, Dave. Look, man. You know how niggas say they put 8 hours in, man. I put double that, and sometimes more than that, man.
Okay.
I mean, that's all I know, man. Is out there and work. You know, try to take care of my family, take care of my son, come home, man, and relax and get right back up to do it again the next morning, man.
Yep.
That's the life that we live at now, man. Especially at our age, that's all you know. You don't know anything else. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the streets and the bars and hanging out. That's all gone, especially when you get our age, man. It's done.
Yeah.
Forget all of that. All you know is that job.
Right.
Work.
Right.
The grind, make that money, man. That's all you know, especially with these bills, man.
Yeah.
We already know, like I talked we was talking earlier, man. You got your rent or mortgage. You got your car note. You got a person who, their kids don't live with them. Child support. That's just 3 of the main bills that we talking about.
Right.
Now you still got another 7 or 8 or 9 bills, man.
Come on, brother. Come on.
Your gas for your car, your vehicle. The light, and some people pay light, gas, water, cable.
Come on.
Some people got credit cards, life insurances. Man, you got like 9 or 10 bills, man, that you got to take care of. And like I told you earlier, man, some people can't work this one job. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta have 1, 2 or 3 jobs, man, just to maintain.
Right.
One job ain't gonna do what you want. So if you're trying to do something, you trying to go have dinner or maybe do a vacation or just anything, man. You gotta have 1 or 2. You gotta have 2 jobs, man. You got to. Seriously, I'll tell you that right now.
Even if it's
about 2 or 3.
Yeah, even like we said, even if it's significant other.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's 2 incomes coming up.
It got to be 1 or the 2.
Right.
You got a second job.
Right.
And what's so crazy about that? There's couples who's together right now, and each one.
And they got separate jobs. Yeah.
So you got 2 pairs, man. 2 people in the household, and both of them working second jobs, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way the times are right now, man. With the economy and everything's expensive, man. You know, like I said, you can't, if you rent, you can't get an apartment no less than $900.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, I mean, if you go get a dunk, you might get, something around $500-600. But we already know what that looks like. That's the dunk.
Right. Right.
It's living in an hellhole.
Right. Right.
So I mean, it's nothing but out there working, man. So, like me, you was talking earlier how we were discussing that stuff, man.
Like how do you like when you said, man, you can't understand how a dude talk about he can't get no or he don't work or something like that. Like he broke. Yeah, he broke. That's what it was. Yeah.
Man, hold up. Okay, you ain't got you telling me you're broke. Okay. You work your job. Oh yeah, man. I went in, man. Now, man, I ain't got no money. Okay. You only work 1 job. Yeah, man. Just work one. Well, that's the reason why you're broke. that's the main reason you broke, man. You gotta go. What are you doing on your off time? So if you're working a 7 to 3 or 6 to 2 or 4 to 12, that's only 8 hours out the day.
Right.
What are you doing with them other hours? You get what I'm saying? There's no excuse that you should not go out there and work a second job. And then like I was telling you earlier, man, you ain't got to work another full-time job.
Right.
You can work 2-3 days, 4 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you every week or every 2 weeks, I'll give you $250, $300. Right. That's some people's car note.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you ain't killing yourself because you only work 3-4 hours a day, 3 days out the week. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing your weekends?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
There's no excuse right now, man. A dude should be broke.
Right.
I'm dead serious.
Right. That don't hold no weight.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. There's no reason why you should be broke.
Right.
There's enough. They might not be $50,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 jobs. You know what I'm saying? But you get 2 jobs, man. You work 2 jobs. You can have an average salary of $30,000, $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? You working 2 jobs.
Right.
You working 1 job, man. Of course you won't be broke.
Right.
So you know right now working 1 job and let's say make 6 figures, that you know it's
right.
Okay.
Right. And especially
2 jobs.
And especially when we talk about with the expenses, if your expenses is you know what I mean, like yeah.
What I said earlier. You got your rent or mortgage. You got your car note. Those are the 2 main ones. Okay. Now, if you got kids that you're, young kids that are under 18 years old,
right.
You got child support. That's only 3 expenses right now.
Right.
That's the 3 main ones. Okay. 3 main ones. You gotta have a roof over your head. You gotta have transportation, and you gotta take care of your kid.
Right.
That's only 3 expenses we're talking right now. So there's 9, 10 other or 7 or 8 or more bills that you gotta pay.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have electric or gas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To heat up the crib.
That's right.
Watch your TV. Turn your light on. Okay, you got those 2 bills. Some people who live in a townhouse or a house, they gotta pay water and sewage.
Right.
It's another bill.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right. How do you talk on your phone? You got a landline or you got a cell phone?
Right.
Either one. Some people they got both. Some just got the cell phone bill.
That's right.
Okay, that's just another bill. Okay, you gotta eat. You gotta have food.
That's right.
You gotta eat.
That's right.
That's another bill. Okay, we already said that. That's like 5 or 6 right now. Okay. Most people got, some people got credit cards.
Right.
Your credit card bills.
Right.
You got life, and you get, when you die, you want to have to leave your kids with something, or leave somebody with something to bury you. So you got life insurance.
You got life insurance. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's before we get to, okay, sometimes I gotta buy me a coat or buy my kids some clothes or shoes. Man, that's at least 9 or 10 expenses or bills that you got to pay.
Right.
Every month.
Right.
Every month.
Right.
I only named 3, the 3 main ones, because them ones you gotta pay. Hey, if you don't pay your rent, you out in the street. And if you really got no transport, you can catch the bus.
Right.
But so most of the people, not everybody, got a car. So even if you ain't got no car note,
car insurance or whatever, yeah, you paying, and you paying Uber, Lyft.
You paying right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 1 job is not gonna do it.
And you know what it's like, man, and that's why I'm glad that I went through the experience of the cleaning company. And when you have accounts, I will never forget, man. The one dude, he had an account for like $6,000-7,000 a month, right? Somebody was stealing in there. He could not save that account, Bruce. He could not save that account. That's $7,000 a month. Okay. Then I ran into another guy.
And you said the guy that had the 6,000-7,000.
Yeah.
Employees were stealing stuff.
Yeah, and they
lost that account.
Yeah, they said they didn't want him back. They said they didn't want him back. So if just like I do, with a $7,000 account a month, you got some employees, and that's probably your only account.
That's your main account.
That's your main account. That's your main breadwinner. So
that's your breadwinner. That's your
breadwinner. So I ran into another person, and they had multiple accounts, but little ones. Okay. Right. Now, dude ended up. This was long time ago. This had to be like 8-9 years ago. He ended up getting sick, and he wasn't able to service all the accounts. So some of the accounts hung in there with him because they liked him so much, and he did such a good job, and he had them when he came back. But he said he lost. Some of them couldn't do that. They liked him, but they just couldn't do that. I mean, business is business. So he lost like a third of his account. I mean, well, he lost some of his accounts. Okay, it wasn't half of it, but it was maybe like 30, 40. He lost. Yeah. He lost some accounts. He lost some accounts. He retained some. But that was a huge lesson, man. I was just getting in the game, and he told me that. He said, never, ever get just one big account. Get all little to medium size. That way, if you lose a couple, you still got money coming in.
You still got some type of money.
So that's
that big one.
You lose that. So Bruce, that's just like your job.
Right.
Your job, you're pulling. That's pulling it. That's no. Don't get me wrong. You lose that. You in Shit's Creek for the most. But at least you got some money coming in.
You got some money coming in. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna tell you, I lost my gig when I was in computers. I lost my gig. I had to go on unemployment, and that was like the second time I had on unemployment. Right.
Right.
I said, this is the last time you niggas catch me like this. This is the last time I get one job for everything.
Right.
And I ain't been on unemployment since.
Right.
And that was like 10, 15 years ago. I said, no, you're not gonna keep doing that. But like we said, you get, if your car note is $350, get a side hustle. It's $350.
Get that side.
And
listen.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me there ain't as many part-time jobs, McDonald's, Burger, whatever, fast food, restaurant, Walmart.
And suck that pride up. Suck that pride up. Yeah.
They're always hiring.
Yeah.
They're always. Actually, you know what? They can't even get people. They can't even keep people. You know what I'm saying? So many people are willing to work with you. Because I had a cousin that worked at Walmart. They needed people so bad, man, that they work with him when AZ come in and hires these work. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me you can't get a job or a part-time job. It's a lie.
Right.
They're all out there.
Right.
You see the.
You just don't want to.
You just don't want to do it. I ain't working at McDonald's. I ain't working at Wendy's. You got a full-time job, Dave. You got a full-time job, man. You get this part-time job that brings you in $400 a month. That's your car note.
Right.
That's your car note, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's one bill you gotta worry about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One bill you gotta worry about. It doesn't matter if you're working there, man. That's your side gig.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got people right now doing Uber, DoorDash, Lyft. That's their side gig, man. They have a full-time job. Why they do the Lyft and the Uber? It's to pay those other bills I was telling you about.
Right.
And most people can sit there and pay those bills, man. But after that, you have nothing. You have basically nothing. And some people can't pay those 8 or 9 bills. You know, like I said, the majority of everybody, 90% everybody, a lot of people pay, man, on main 3 with a decent job, rent or mortgage, car note, and child support. But it comes to where you got those other bills, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And unless you're making 6 figures, man, or you got a, you know, your wife or, you know, your girl with you and she working, she's taking half the, you know, the bills, can't do it, man.
Yeah.
You can't. You gotta have that.
And like you said, you get a significant other, your wife, y'all may be doing having to work a side gig too.
Listen, man, I got my mom.
Especially you get your kids in college. You got your kids in college, so.
He works at Port Authority too. He makes good money. His wife, she's a nurse. They both make good money. They both got second or little small jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, they got 4 kids, man.
Right. Right.
They got 4 kids, man, and you know they like to live it nice, but you know they work and they got side gigs, man.
Right.
So the thing is, like I said, the lesson on this, man, is if you're not a go-getter, if you're lazy, you're gonna be exactly where you at, and that's where you're gonna stay.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
If you don't get off that butt and go out there and get it, you don't. For one, you're not gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that one job. Come on. I mean, most people I know right now, unless they got a bomb job, got some type of side hustle or got a part-time job. You just ain't making off that one job.
And even if it's something that you do on the weekends, or if it's something that you, yeah.
My friend, she works at Home Depot on the weekends. You know what I'm saying?
But she got a regular job. Well, not a regular. Not to say anything wrong with Home Depot, but she has a main job that she works. Yeah. And I mean, because and maybe that's her pocket money, her entertainment money. Maybe that's her. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like we said, you make the $350 for your car note, or $500 for your car note, $800 for your rent, and you got these little things. Well, if your one job doesn't cover everything, you may have to go and get something that takes care of that, and then get something to take care of that, and then get something to take care of that, and then for real, yeah.
Like I said, if you got a job, work 8 hours a day, what are you doing the rest of the hours? Okay, so you work 6 to 2, or 7 to 3, or 4 to 12. Say you work at night, 4 to 12. What are you doing in the morning?
Right.
If you work 6 to 2 or 7 to 3, what are you doing after you get off?
Right.
I mean, I understand you got kids, and you gotta watch your kids, but if you don't, you say your kids are teenagers, or say your kids are adults, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
There's no reason why you should be sitting at home saying that you broke. That does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense at all.
Right.
That's not an excuse.
Right.
It's
too many ways. It's too many ways. It's too many ways to get. It's too many ways to get money.
We got Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. So you don't want to be seen in no fast food restaurant. So you want to be seen working at Giant Eagle, even though I don't see nothing wrong with it. You don't want to be seen at Giant Eagle or McDonald's or Wendy's. So you got transportation to get on, like a car. You can go do Uber or Lyft or DoorDash or whatever.
And you know what? And you know what's crazy? You don't want to be seen at these places working, but you'd rather, but you're okay with being seen being broke. Hey Bruce, let me tell you something. You'll throw on a Giant Eagle apron. I'll be right next to you. Okay. We done worked our share of jobs. I done worked at the Animal Rescue League. I done washed dishes. You name it. I done did that shit. I done worked every shift. Fuck, you can't tell me no. Cause at the end of the day, the thing that matters most is that goddamn money, man. You know what I mean?
And
getting that money.
And being comfortable.
Yeah.
Likes to be broke, man.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to go out there and borrow from people. I mean, it happens. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. It happens. We sometimes you need a help from somebody, a hand out. But to me, man, you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and you're not you're not on disability or have a disability. There's no reason why you should not be working a second job. And, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just got it like that. I don't know too many people just got it like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could talk about some distillers or, maybe, some,
But even them, I mean, like you said, you know what their second job is? Their second job is training.
Right. Exactly.
They up at 5 in the morning running.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So their job is 24/7.
It's 24.
So they can't do it. But if you sit up there talking about I ain't got enough money, nigga, you every day I see you on Facebook for 5 hours, nigga.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then to the young dudes out there, I mentor them, and I'm gonna play this for them. They sitting up there, you talk about Mr. Dave, I ain't got no money, nigga. I see you playing video games for 6 hours. You know what I mean? You playing Call of Duty, you can't. Yeah, you can't work. Come on, man, don't give me that, man. It's not about what I can't get a job.
Yeah.
I can't get. No. You don't want.
And I understand we got this pandemic going on, man, and I don't want to look down on anybody because we do got a pandemic going on right now. But there are still plenty of, like I said, Walmart, Giant Eagles, a lot of fast food places, man. They can't keep people.
Right.
They can't keep people.
Right.
They can't keep people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's places that gotta be clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be hearing, oh, we looking for cleaners. That makes no sense, man. There's a lot of people that, but that's another thing we come with laziness, dude. That's what we're sitting there talking about is laziness. They don't want to get off their behind and go do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all laziness, man.
So what
has nothing to do with, there's no reason why a lot of these jobs should be looking for people, man, especially with the pandemic going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking for, handouts, or they looking for somebody to take care of them, or free money, or that PU, whatever, A money, whatever they was getting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to go out there and get it, man.
Yeah.
And they don't want to sit there and work for it. I'm not gonna say a lot of people. There are people out there want it given to them. They don't want to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I don't feel sorry for those people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're laying around and you're not out there looking, or if you got one job and you always saying, bro, I don't feel sorry for you. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for you at all.
Yeah.
If you ain't got nothing to hold you back to work a second job, that's plain just laziness, man.
Right.
That's laziness.
Right. Right. And like you said, if there's nothing holding you back.
3 jobs.
Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, I had 2 jobs majority of my life. Sometimes I work 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, oh man, I'm tired, man. No, it ain't about that. When you gotta get things taken care of or bills to pay, you gotta get out there and do it, because ain't nobody gonna help you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Everybody feel sorry for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and work.
Yeah. And you know what?
What's going on? You know, man, you got a couple hours. Okay.
Yeah.
How you gonna pay me back?
How you gonna pay me back? Nigga, yeah.
You tell me you broke. How you gonna pay me back?
How you gonna pay me back? Yeah. And you know what? That's what I was telling the young dudes about credit. It was like, what's the credit? I was like, well, basically, if you you lend somebody some money and they pay you back, their credit is good with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they don't pay you back, their credit is no good.
Right.
So if you don't have a good credit history of paying people back, why the hell are these people gonna loan you money?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But on the whole laziness and the work ethic, how do we, like, what drove you? I mean, I know you've been working. I mean, I know you forever, so I know you always had a gig. I always had a gig. But what would you say, like, with your son? You know what I mean? I know he sees you working, and that's huge. But what would you say as far as, like, how can we teach the work ethic? How do we get the kid to get the hell off the video game? Or the lazy dude?
I mean, basically, Dave, what kids see is what they're going to do. So if they see a parent or they're, laying around the house, chilling out, not really working, basically that's what they're going to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like if you see, you see these young girls, man, and they're on welfare, that's because they probably seen their mother.
Right.
On welfare.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they have these extra kids, and they see they can get extra food stamps, extra money, having another kid. I mean, that's what they see. And it's basically my son see me working.
Right.
He knows Daddy's working.
Right.
He knows that. He knows, he got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. How do you get that PlayStation 5? Daddy had to go to work to make that money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just like you gonna have to do.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to do it, and I told him that. And he see that. He see his mom working. You know what I'm saying? He see that. And you have to sit there and put into the man. First you gotta know you gotta get your education. Because if you don't get no education or no type of trade, you might as well forget it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You gotta have some type of trade or education, because you gonna
or the CDL. I mean, but even still, yeah, even training, yeah, and even still, you still gonna have to educate, right,
education,
right.
That's the first thing you gotta tell these kids. You gotta do something,
right?
You gotta do something, because you can't sit there and graduate and just sit on your behind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta go to the military. Go to a trade school, get your CDL. I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah, and there's a ton of there's so much more available than when we came up, man. Too, man. I mean, there's so many specialized schools and all that. Yeah, come on, man.
There's so much right now, man, especially for the African American. And I always say that because I do drive buses and I've been driving for a long time, man. That CDL ain't no joke.
That's better than a degree sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's it's the best thing. Some people, they still want to go to be a doctor, a lawyer, they want to go to college. But one thing about a CDL, man, is you
Right. Hey, Bruce, I know people with degrees that ain't got a job in their field. I don't know nobody with a CDL ain't working, Bruce.
Yeah, man. What's your CDL? I can tell you right now, man. There's my old job right now. It's at a point day right now, man. They're giving bonuses, and training, and giving $2,000-$3,000 bonuses, man. You know what I'm saying? And so they training you for your CDL, and on top of that, giving you a bonus to come work there. There's not enough drivers, man. For one thing, I can tell you one thing, reason why there's not enough drivers is because people can't pass the drug test.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah.
That's the main thing, man. They can't pass the drug test, man.
Damn.
They can't leave the weed alone. Seriously.
Yes.
If you wanted to be the truth, that's the truth. They can't leave the weed alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's many jobs, CDL jobs out there, man. So,
Right.
People feel like they can't. There's jobs out there for people that will train you to get your CDL.
Right.
They will train you to get, and give you a bonus on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So don't say you can't.
Right.
It's because you don't want to, because you don't want to leave that weed alone.
Right. Right. Right.
But,
and that's gonna hinder you.
Man, first thing is to show these kids a work ethic.
Right.
And show them that you're not gonna get nowhere without some type of trade school or degree or whatever. It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
In that video game ain't gonna pay your bills for you.
Right. Right. Unless you got a YouTube channel and you got them followers and all that, and they do. Some of them YouTubers making some serious money. But unless you can show me that, I can't. I mean, you got, listen, man. If you're on there for 6-7 hours and you got 15 subscribers, bruh, and half of them don't even have a YouTube channel. I'm like, bro, you playing video games, and you only got 15 subscribers. You ain't making no money, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I just started playing the game again or whatever, and I'm gonna get a PS4. I think one dude said he's gonna give me one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that shit, but I'm not gonna be playing that motherfucker when I can be getting money.
Right.
That shit is gonna be at the end of the day. Or I got a couple hours to kill, and
If that.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
If it comes to that money, you gonna go make that money.
Come on, man.
I got a PS5, a 4. I'm sorry, my son got the 5, but I got a 4 in my son's room, man. I can't tell you, man. Only time I play is when he comes over here.
Yeah, you play it with him, right?
Yeah. I don't play that thing, man. I mean, I'm at work. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Majority of the time, I'm at work.
Right.
I'm at work. I'm driving, and sometimes I go at 4 or 5 o'clock and don't get home to 7 or 8.
Right.
Then I got the cleaning business.
Right.
So I mean, sometimes I got to go do a little count.
Right. And you forgot the gym. The gym.
Right, and working out.
Yeah.
Man. So really, I don't have that many hours in a day.
Right.
I don't have that many hours in a day because by the time I get home, I gotta get something to eat, and next year I take a shower. And next you know, man, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock. Oh man, shoot. Long time for me to get ready to go to bed. Same thing right over again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this happens to be my Friday, so tomorrow I'm off. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to sit there and talk, but normally, I wouldn't even be talking on the phone.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
I wouldn't be talking on the phone. I'll probably be cooking my meal and come upstairs and watch a little bit of TV for about maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. Mm-hmm. I told you earlier, next you know, the TV's watching me. I'm out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, I mean,
yeah. That's how it is.
This is right now, man. That's all we know.
Right.
It's to work and pay those bills, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we know, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we think of a way that, let me make more.
Right.
Because you never have too much. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got as I was talking to you earlier about the bills, we said about the 7, 8, 9 bills you accumulate. Okay, you got all that, what do you got in the bank? So now you want to save a little bit of money. So I didn't even play that part up.
Right.
We didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah. Where's your savings? Yeah.
Some type of savings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Have some type of savings. That's another thing. We're talking about getting the JLB.
Right.
Like, why not have that second job? You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a job, you know, to make okay money, you're able to. Why not have where you can take some of that money and save?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, look what's going on right now. We got a pandemic. How many people were really out there who was able to save money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They lost their job, you know, and now, I mean, they did have that pandemic money where they was getting $600 a week. But what about right now? They're not getting that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bills add up to $3,000 a month, and they're only getting $1,600 a month.
Right.
Come on, man. How they paying that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they were giving us $600 a week on top of the, you know, whatever they was getting, but they're not doing that now.
Right.
So most people who, you know, was making decent money and, you know, their bills is, like I said, they got a house, car note, whatever other bills that they had when they was working these jobs. Most of the bills probably came up to $2,000, you know, or something around that. Now they're only getting, say, $1,700-1,800 a month for a point.
Mm-hmm.
They're still $1,200 short.
Yeah.
Or $500 short.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Now, if you got no savings, you screwed. Now you got to go to the food bank. You know, try to hopefully have staff. That's where this all comes from, man. You know what I'm saying? Have that second gig, man, or have that extra hustle. It helps out a lot, man. It helps out a whole lot.
Yeah. That's huge, man. That's huge.
Have that two checks. Say you're getting a check every week or every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, both jobs, you get them 2 checks, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're able to take that one check, pay your bills, another check, you know, you go do what you want to do.
Right.
Man.
Right.
You know?
And that's like you said, do what you want to do, and that's like your entertainment money, your trip money. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You ain't really stressed.
Right.
Oh man, I can't go get that eat because you got that other check coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you got that one check coming in, man, and I'm not, you know, and as I said, man, there's people make decent money. That one check still don't cover their bills like that.
Right.
You know, because we accumulate, like we said earlier, we don't think about what goes out. You know what I'm saying?
We concentrate on what comes in. Yeah.
We are right.
Yeah. You take care of yours.
That's the only thing you think about.
That's right. You lower those expenses and you be good.
What goes out, you know what's coming in. You know,
Yep.
that's crazy because people really they don't think that way. Oh man, I got it. Which your expenses? Oh shoot, damn, you look right. Get out of right.
Yeah.
You got that coming in, but that's going right out and more.
Right. And that's the.
Dave, was so great. I never thought about that, man. Because you said that to me earlier today. Never thought about that, man. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
Man, I start going through. Damn, I do that. Damn.
You start going through your expenses. Yeah.
I started looking at my expenses, man. I started looking at my bills. You know, I came in the house like, damn, man, Dave was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. That's what we don't. Cause I told you, man. My dude told me that like 6-7 years ago, man. He said that, man. He was like, it ain't about what's coming in. It's about what's going out. There's that expenses, man.
And until you told me that today, man, I'm not realizing. And I came home and started looking. And dang, man, I got that. Woo, man, I got a lot going out.
Yeah, you got a lot going out. Yeah. Yeah, man. Cause you know what we don't. Yeah, when you talk to somebody and you ask them what do you do for a living? Oh, I do this and that or whatever, and then maybe they'll mention and then they say how much you make. Right? It's similar to the when you go to the gym. How much can you bench? We never ask how many times.
Right.
We ask how much can you bench, weight wise. So it's the same thing. How much do you make? But we never ask how much money you got going out. Because your $100,000 a year don't mean shit, motherfucker. You got 3 cars, you got a $3,000 a month mortgage, okay? You got a brand new Mercedes, right? You got a few kids, you know what I mean? And you got all this shit. So now 100,000 ain't sounding too.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, because
you know what?
the dude who making 50,000 got more than you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, he got more money than you. The $50,000. Yeah,
I always looked at what I could afford.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I got my accident, man, in my car, I always looked at what I could afford.
Mm-hmm.
And I never went to a car dealership, man, and seeing something, say, wow, man, that's nice. I always, well, how much a month is that? You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if it's past my budget, I'm not getting it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Rides, man, is between $350. I might go to $4. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going no higher.
Right.
I'm not going 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going there.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
You know why I always did that? I'll tell you reason why I always did it. I tell people this all the time. With a $350 car note, I can make that payment if I lose my job. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's good shit.
That payment.
That's right.
Make that payment, man. Get a part-time job. I can Uber, do whatever.
Right.
Make that $300 payment.
Right. You're thinking about what happens if. Right.
You talking $700, $800 days?
Yeah.
$700, $800 now we. Oh man, I don't know if I can keep this car. I really don't. I can make that $300, $350. I can make that. I know I can go work a part-time job. You know what I'm saying? And get that.
Right.
I can make that. That's that. When it gets to that 7, 8, man. Oh man, I don't know if I can continue paying this. You know what I'm saying? I got unemployment, but my unemployment's paying for my rent. You know what I'm saying? Right. And unemployment lets you go work like a little part-time job. I can make that $350. I can pay that. That's the way I always looked at it, man, when it comes to stuff like that. Like you said, you don't realize what's going out. All you know is coming in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you got that $800 car payment, then maybe your wife got something $800 car payment. That's $1,600. We ain't talking about the car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of money, man. Yeah. And we even get to your mortgage. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or your kids, your light, your gas, food.
So before you thinking like, oh yeah, I'm making a ton of money, are you?
No.
Because when you look at it and you look at well, how much you making? I'll make like 40 an hour. Do you?
Yeah.
Because when you start taking away a lot of that shit, you really only bringing home about 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you really, how much? And this is another thing. How much you make? Well, I make 60,000. That's my salary. Nigga, what's your net?
Right.
That's your gross.
Yeah.
What's your net?
I do.
You know what I mean?
I just looked at what I brought. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow.
Yes. Yeah. It ain't.
You can't look at the gross.
Can't look at the gross.
Oh.
No.
Net. Your net.
And that's two different questions. That's right.
Not what you bring home.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Bring home. I ain't asking you how much you make. When I ask you how much you make, you telling me how much your salary is. No. How much do you bring home?
Right.
That's what should be discussed. And then we'll go from there.
People don't discuss that.
Yeah, they don't discuss that.
Oh yeah, I make 100,000. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
Hey, Bruce. That's like you saying, yeah, that's your car? Yeah, that's my car. Is it? Nigga, miss a payment and see what happens.
Right, it's not true.
You still paying? Unless you can show me the pink slip, nigga, you still paying. Unless you can show me the deed. Yeah. So people gotta, the lingo needs to change. Having people out here like, well, I thought you owned that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So
when it comes to that,
yeah.
They like you said, they never looked at it. What you make last year? I made 110. You did.
Right.
You make 110,000. Did you bring home 110?
Hell no.
Look at your pay stubs and look at your net.
Yeah.
And multiply that.
Yeah. 12 times. Or say, or 24 times. Yeah, how many times? Yeah.
That's how much you borrowed.
There you go.
That's what you got. Now, look what you paid out.
Yeah, and then after you get your net, my guy, go home and figure out how much bills you got, and going out, and you'd be like, God damn.
Right.
My son got more money in his bank account than I do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So let's don't get it twisted. And not to mention, like you said, you ain't even mentioned savings.
Yeah, man.
So you only out here, you a paycheck away?
That's where we're coming from now.
Yeah.
How many people we actually know? I mean, there's a few. They're able to take $100 or $50 or $75 out their paycheck and throw it in their savings.
Yeah. Not many.
That's where that extra job comes in.
Yeah.
That's where that second JOB come from, man. That's where that Uber and Lyft and DoorDash come from, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from. That's where you come from, where you can able to save some money, man.
Right.
Because now we know, after this pandemic, that it's good to have a savings account. You know what I'm saying? Now people say, oh, wow, what people are going through right now, they understand, man, that emergency money, which should be your savings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody can't do that, but to me that's laziness, man. You can get that.
Yeah.
Get it if you really want it.
Yeah.
You might be tired, but if there ain't nothing to hold you back, why can't you do it?
Right.
It's the Dave Hud Show.